out on the street in numbers, out in the cold as well. Has it had the same traction online?
Yeah, I mean, some of the people we've just heard from there is the same rhetoric that I spoke to when I spoke to protesters. But while protests have been big on the streets of Romania, they've also been big online. And Romanians are not shying away from letting the world know that power really is in numbers. If you look at this tweet here, several people have actually been retweeting this, and it's a picture reminding Europe that this is how you stand for your values. We're never going to give up. So this is one picture that's been shared quite a bit amongst Romanians and also non-Romanians. But some people have also been using a hashtag called Power to the People, as well as this hashtag here, which I found on Instagram and Twitter and many other social media sites, and it says resist, and that's actually in Romanian. And unity also seems to be a key word that many people have been using, especially amongst Romanians who feel there's a lot of solidarity, and especially since the Romanian government has now formally withdrawn the decree. And George here on Instagram, well, he posted this picture, and what it says is, what unites us is anger, what defines us is our love for our country. I've also been speaking to several people, including Ioan Balașanu, and he posted this picture, which he took yesterday. He posted it on his Facebook page, and this happened in Iași, which is the largest city in eastern Romania. He told me that despite his sense of jubilation and unity with his fellow Romanians and friends, he remains skeptical towards the government. And many other Romanian youngsters that I spoke to today told me exactly the same.
We may have made the mistake in December when the voting turnout was not as high as it should have been, but we were all pledging out on the streets that from now on, we'll make sure we take any opportunity to go out, vote, and make sure nothing like this will ever happen again.
We are not taking half measures, and we will not believe anything until we see the acts and not the words. We will not accept that Romania will be isolated from its European partners, especially after all the progress we have made in the fight against corruption in the last year, which has given high hopes to our neighbors, Bulgarians and Moldovians as well.
The government just repealed the emergency ordinances to modify the penal code, but the people will be on streets also in this night because they don't believe in this government until the new emergency ordinance was published in official Gazette of Romania.
So these are all young protesters that I spoke to, not just in the capital, but in several areas. And they obviously had a very, very similar point of view. But despite all of this, it hasn't stopped people from all other countries responding to the mass protests in Romania. This one is from Lawrence. He's in the UK, and he's congratulating the people of Romania. And he says it's evidence of great tenacity. We've also got Michael here, and he says something for Nigeria to follow. PM says Romania to go ahead with decree decriminalizing corruption. Well, this has now been formally put into place. But we want to hear from you. If you're also in Romania, this is clearly something that's going to be ongoing. If you're outside, please let us know and get in touch. The best way to do that is to tweet me at Sarah Khairat. And don't forget our hashtag AJNewsGrid.
Thank you, Sarah.